What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to talk about Anthony Edwards, right? Anthony Edwards has been working on his game, and he's using. They're saying that Anthony Edwards is using like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant as like guys, studying their film as to like how he wants to pattern in his game and take his game to the next level. And so he's using Mike and Kobe. And people had already been telling Anthony Edwards, like, you're going to need a mid-range game. That right there, or your mid-range game and being able to play with your back to the basket. And he kind of like, scoffed at the at people's opinions, and he said some things in the media that he probably got caught up in the moment. And I see a lot of times when you talking to young people, you think they're not listening, but then when they run into a snag like Anthony Edwards has run into a snag, and they want to get to a different, they want to get to a higher level, then he see that, okay, there is some truth to what people were saying. People said that, I need to improve my mid-range game and also get my footwork better and learn how to play with my back to the basket. And Anthony Edwards, everybody know that Anthony Edwards has all the physical tools, right? He has all the physical tools. All he has to do really is just develop his game. If Anthony, and I think he will, if Anthony Edwards get to the point where as though he wants to be unstoppable, I think he can do that. He can already shoot the three-pointer, which I remember Michael Jordan saying about the three-pointer. He didn't really shoot it that much because it took away from his aggressiveness. And just imagine like Anthony Edwards being more aggressive, going to the basket and just operating in that 15 to 18 foot range. That he'll be unstoppable, especially somebody he already, he has a that vertical leap. And if he developed like a fadeaway like Mike or Kobe, or he developed his footwork like Mike and Kobe, and that's going to be terrible. He's going to be unstoppable. And I think that this guy right here, Anthony Edwards, has all the tools to be the face of the league once he developed his skills like that. I know he probably didn't want it, but sometimes things are bestowed upon you. It's not even your choice. He's in a position now where as though he has to develop his game. And his game already is to the point where he's one of the best in the league. And so to add anything else to his repertoire is just probably going to make Anthony Edwards, in my opinion, damn near probably unstoppable, basically. Unstoppable. And if he once he get the offensive game to that level and he decide, he want to be great at the defensive end, then we'll be talking about Anthony Edwards in a whole different light. People see Anthony Edwards in a whole different light, not just somebody who's a highlight film, because that's what I think the next level of his game is. Make himself even more potent on offense, and then make up his mind that he want to play defense. Because defense is all about, basically, in my opinion, it's about want and having that passion. And I think he got that too, and so he's reluctantly going to turn into that superstar that, because he said he didn't want that, but I think Anthony Edwards is going to be that. He's going to be that superstar. People took to with him saying that he didn't want to be, the face of the league, but Anthony Edwards he's going to be the face of the league. I can't really see nobody right now that's playing that, in the league that has the talent that Anthony Edwards has. And so, in my opinion, Anthony Edwards is going to be the face of the league. But I want to play some audio from this guy from ESPN who was talking about Anthony Edwards. And let me see. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can play this guy's.
So I've been told this offseason, Anthony Edwards' number one focus a new area of development, and that's the post-up game, the mid-post, the high post, low post, establishing a mid-range game, and the fadeaway shot from the post, a la Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. I'm told he's been watching a lot of tape of Kobe and MJ, studying their game and how they were able to get the shot.
See, and that's this. I'm not sure what this guy named, but I cut it because he was playing the music. But like I said, just looking at him and how he operate, I don't think it would be hard for Anthony Edwards to pick up as far as like the footwork is concerned. You know, he already has, in my opinion, he got really good footwork. He's athletic, like I said, and once he make up his mind that he wants to score in that mid-range area, he gonna be terrible. He just gonna be terrible. You know, and you have players. I remember what's the guy named Joe Johnson. Like Joe Johnson could just get you on anybody in that league. He'd get you in that on that wing area and just tear you up. You know, I think Joe Johnson played for the Atlanta Hawks for a while. Who else did he? Did he play in? I think he played in New Jersey for a little while. But that mid-range game is on its way back. You know, people are really, and we saw that this past season, OKC with Shea Alexander, right? His mid-range game. The thing about the mid-range game is that it don't take a whole lot of energy. You're not trying to break your opponent down or from the top of the key and dribble and get past them. You catch the ball on that wing area or anywhere within 15 feet, you already in scoring position. So if you're already in scoring position, you consider that they say that's like the triple threat. You can either shoot, pass, or dribble. So the defender gotta play up on you. 15 feet, they're not gonna back up off you at 15 feet from the goal. So, and if they bring the double team, then you can pass the ball, and then that helps your teammates. That's the way. Also, another way where Anthony Edwards can help to make his teammates better. You know, these guys. I think his assists will go up, and his scoring will go up. But at that 15 to 18 feet range, man, he's just gonna be so dangerous. I know he can add that to his game. I want to see him add that. Also, play better defense at the other end. Watching Michael and Kobe is not really those are not bad role models to have, Mike and Kobe, and I always gotta throw a little LeBron dig in there. See, this is what people wanted to see from LeBron. They wanted to see LeBron just take your game to the next level, develop a new skill. I always talk about like how Magic and Bird every year came back with a new move or a new shot to their repertoire, and believe it or not, fans follow that. Fans know and can tell when especially the hometown fan, they know and can tell when you have a new move or a new shot added to your repertoire. It makes your opponents harder to stop you. And so with this move right here that Anthony Edwards is making, it just shows that he's committed to not being not being someone who could be stopped. He not going to settle for that 3-pointer. And when you have somebody with Anthony Edwards' physical abilities who make up his mind that he's not going to be stopped, like he's not going to settle for that 3, and that's for Timberwolves fans, that's excellent news. That's excellent news when you have somebody who be like, you know what? I heard what y'all said. I heard what all the critics said. I'm going to work on my game. I'm going to develop where I need to develop my game and take my game to the next level. Like I said, if that mid-range game, add some defense to it, and this guy, they already go deep into the playoffs and been to the championship. All the Timberwolves have to do is just keep talent around Anthony Edwards, and they'll be back in the thick of things. So that's my take on it. That's a good look. Like I said, it's a good look for Anthony Edwards to be, studying Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Ain't nobody studying LeBron James. LeBron only had no moves. So yeah, man. And so that's all. That's it. That's all I got. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out in my next video. Peace.